up this morning seeing PRC saying say or betusium and then yeah betu light moon. It's a bit worrying because currently as I speak to you, fango na eba from kakra na me cotton media was star oil when it was 10.99 now. Yeah, promo for a while no. Wamudiana currently is about 11.19 and as of yesterday me who said abastro as na bind the 12.60 or thereabouts. At the time I bind the 12.60 as of yesterday I'm told me normally I think it was 11 yeah no it was less than 11. I think it was 10 something or thereabouts or from kakra currently I'm saying 13. Yes, it was 12.60 as of yesterday. No, from I think Star Oil or I'm saying 11.19 from social media. That's what they're saying. But I buy the and now all others are selling it for 13.60. I was saying, what did they do during Christmas time? My mom found go to bar from Kaka. In fact, we were thinking, say IMF the announcement of some IMF now announcement say IMF share any conversation penny free IMF buy any abedi kita home and we were heading somewhere no ama announcement no ekosro kakra. I was thinking and I say my dollar no eba form. That's what I mean. And my dollar no eba form. But Bank of Ghana the catcher said they put in place a few things or more yeah and no my dollar no eba form, especially sir Dr. Mahamadou Baomi arrangement also no na yeah a gold for fango no and no they claim say Bank of Ghana ye hu adwuma kakra e ka hu bi my name ye dollar ne ba from but see no dollar ne cost ran pen me sorry it was about 11.90 or 11.97 11.97 and now I do 12.01 and we am in baby that because I don't know Google maybe Google at the minim said they are about you for no motor Charlie, meaning the so finance ministry or then what is happening because it was this morning. I was watching for a committee, public accounts committee, or parliament. They were discussing or looking into financials of finance ministry and also GRA. Men who said GRA is saying, my exceed your target by 3.6 million Ghana cedis, and that doesn't really reflect into the day-to-day economy and as a day-to-day running of this country's economy. Because you themselves exceed the target. The rest of the money, whatever you plan for, no, you would use that money to cushion a few things. But currently as we speak, I don't know what we've been able to do with that excess money they get. What we've been able to do with it, I don't know. Because challenge fund go no cost dollar cost. What would they say? Fango boa kosro, dollar kosro. The day-to-day life of a Ghanaian is becoming difficult by the day. Yeah. You might cry salary and no baby, but a yara say a full fraud the endocrino. Yeah, also paying fees for Nkola when they were going to school was not easy. January, one more me and sign 9. They've not found things easy. Buying textbooks, buying books from Kola hasn't been easy. And today now buying a year, what are they doing? What measures are they putting in place? Because as I speak to you, debt exchange, deadline because of agitations, we are finding another date to be able to close that deal. And without that deal, IMF is not coming on. So what alternative measures are we putting in place? How are we talking with individual bondholders and even groups and also institutional bondholders and they say data bank I heard Amafo are queuing in banks just to take their money out because at the moment even without the treasury bill now things are hard. And if you decide say on year demand the pension fund kakra what the treasury bill be open for so no say it becomes a challenge. It's not easy. So now that trade ministers who are resigning and then a Greek minister who was resigning, planting for food and jobs, we are hoping it could create a bit of a high amount for no It hasn't happened yet, no. Today we are doing a ministerial reshuffle, so you can't even call it so, because it's just giving those positions to other ministers. Already they have a handful in their hands. They've not been able to manage their own ministries. Talk of friends say land and natural resources. Appointing-Caretaker has a lot to do. About Galamsey fighter, we've lost it. He's done something, but it hasn't. They are still depleting the forest and ensure water bodies. People are still going into it, and that fight has been lost for the fourth or whatever time that we've waged that war. And that man has a lot on his hands at the moment. Yes, I know that there's been some achievements here and there. As you know, you're trying to say, you're forest, no but their eyes are not everywhere. And as I speak, I can tell you, and somebody has sent me a video, of people removing rail lines. Real lines, a legend said a binaton. How true is that? I don't want to believe it, because maybe many I want to be on Kwafo Galamsey. Ye to rail line air pesica sasiasi. What is happening? Look, as we speak, say and they a Greek minister so at Nejuma to where their mama may have a kumsi. Well, that one goes in line with her job as in fisheries. But also there's a lot to be done. Apofo, it's not easy handling them. Planting for food and jobs with just one individual hasn't yielded the needed results, because has become a problem. Roads are bad, transporting them to Accra, and even the initiative of say Yebeto ministries near Dianokran didn't yield much results. It didn't make the market women reduce their products. And really, what is going on? It is just some few days and the term. That is a year, and I've saying a year and a few days. We are into 2023, and things have started going up. Things have started going up. Fango Ekoso. Fango has started going up. I know government promised a negotiation. Said, or better what to me, Akwakope Fango only be a gold. Akwako is saying, what has happened to that? Dollar rate is going up. What is happening? What did they do in December that they cannot do today? I bet me I'm a dollar not about from. What is going on? Really? Agree, I said lack of planning. Charlie, Ghana not your planning, but say they are planning. People are even saying and insinuating, saying they debt exchange program now that Abandi Abano. It will put money in people's pockets. Well, I know every challenge, and if you are able to find a solution, you make money. I know that is it, and that is how people make money. COVID buy and buy. And then, as I said when I was listening to Public Account Committee, it's sad. Sikai Yedema amount for say or making their show measurement, and to me I paid their human with the hardship that COVID brought me. Says we couldn't retrieve all of it. Ebi yashi, because then ministry is saying say Akufo-Addo or more muskano or more jumegu, etc. or more this can more. We did not do any follow-up. We did not show them how to use the money to make sure they will be able to pay. It says yashi, because about 47,000 or so they are finding ways to retrieve the money. How are they finding ways and come off from? You understand? So what's there now? So what is going on? How are they planning to solve our difficult times that we find ourselves? And not for more. Meanwhile, salaries have not, well, about the end, they've done some 30% increments here or there. There's been some friends agreements between labor and the Ministry of friends. All them say. And there's been some 30% increments. But private sector hasn't done much. If our pay you ready, and even that amount of money we are talking about hasn't materialized yet, cost of living allowance. And school, and Kolani ko school, FBS school, or Moko school, Nedian, and Crown, and Bedi was school, Yenim de Abacosi. I know government is trying, but it's not enough. And we are not trying enough. We are not seeing that Jumana or more Yanusem, because if you are trying, we must feel it in our pockets. And see a feeling from Fango Abba from dollar, because dollar is determining everything in this country as we speak. Bibia yedi Niema see a more budget tried to solve some problem, but that budget was not enough. Telling people don't use V8 and use small cars doesn't solve all our problems. Telling ministers don't use V8 when you are traveling. If it's cross country, you can use it, but within Accra you cannot use it. Doesn't solve all our problems, because if a minister resigns, we expect a new minister who probably has new ideas, who probably wants to prove that he can do it, and so therefore he should be maintained, should be appointed. We should have caretaker ministers taking care of other big ministries like Ministry of Trade. What did they mention? Because at the moment, finance ministry or what we are doing to make sure says IMF can bet me about. Because what IMF is waiting for is exchange debt exchange recovery program now. One more request said nay yaba bosia ba bet me extra bosia yeje excessive borrowing and doing government projects and never see a bear coin. But when this guy never see a basic cathedral. When this guy never force so bear coin a coin it brings some kind of growth to a country, yes. But how are we even doing it? Because look, I told you 2000 elections, they did my roads. Go and see how road now. Spinter so Pegon. After brother for Sakwan or Susikai, yes, Sakwan, see a contractor Capra. They did those roads today as we speak. That road now, Muyeno, and took 12 pounds somewhere, better Pessica as our quiet. Why do we do this to ourselves? What are we doing? Let's not sit there and say, so, NDC na, and the MPP na, and those things does not help. We are talking about Ghana and the livelihood of a Ghanaian. At the moment, yeah, middle class, no, and not from even or years to Kafono Krano. They are not finding things easy. Talk of here middle class and those who are down there. A bit near Jumaye, people are committing suicide left, right, center. And not from buying fuel to commute hasn't been easy. Paying school fees, even 3 square meals. Now, if you have to eat, you have to plan what to eat. Because one year now, yes, living old life now only dinner. You would find things very difficult. It wouldn't be easy for you. And not for more. Eje Oliver, Mami Moaha, Cynthia. I am Nibresam, Mami Anima. And why a day? I am Tessem. Oh, can't no be saying that they be no church and deba. Yankasa and be Friday. If we don't talk about it, Sasib said we are quiet. I said how we were all over the place, letting government know it's not easy, has gone down a bit, and we have to keep at it. So they will keep doing what they are doing and what they did in December to make that dollar now a cost no back from no. They will keep at it so the dollar will go down and not be appreciating. Because if dollar appreciates, everything goes up. And then you still up Milo milk, boy milk, and then 9 cities. Milk 9 and 10 cities. Ordinary kind of milk, you drink it in a day. All them say a 6 boy a day, milk boy a day. There's an open so deep balanced diet, meat upon be beer boy a day. We cannot buy. We can't afford it any longer.